William Morrow and HarperAudio present When Ghosts Come Home, a novel by Wiley Cash. Performed by J.D. Jackson. Tuesday, October 30th, 1984. Chapter 1. Winston did not hear it so much as feel it, as it passed over their house and into the trees across the waterway. He opened his eyes into the darkness of the bedroom. Had he been sleeping? He'd certainly been dreaming. If not dreaming, at least his mind had been seeing the same thing he'd seen over the course of so many nights. He blinked, rubbed his eyes. When he looked over at Marie, she was already sitting up in bed beside him. Her sunken cheeks and wisps of graying hair tinged red by the glowing numbers of the alarm clock on her bedside table. Her cancer and sadness are wasting her, Winston thought. And then he knew the same was true for him. Just that morning, Marie had forced him onto the scale after he pushed his eggs and sausage around on his plate. 164? She'd said. Who's got cancer, you or me? Now, in bed, she looked at him as if terrified of what had woken them. Did you hear that? She asked. I did, Winston said. He unfolded the covers off his body, and then he sat up and put his feet on the floor. It sounded like an airplane. It did, Winston said. But it's too late for a plane. Winston turned and looked past Marie toward the alarm clock. It read 3:18 a.m. It is late, he said. It sounded like it came in low, she said. I haven't ever heard one come in like that before. And never this late. Winston reached behind him and placed his palms flat against his back. His fingertips explored the knobbiness of his spine, and his thumbs closed around the soft skin on his sides that Marie liked to pinch when telling him he needed to gain weight. He stretched and sighed, curled his toes against the carpet. Then he stood and walked to the back window that looked out on the waterway. The county's tiny municipal airport sat through the trees on the other side of the water. He parted the aluminum blinds and peered out, half expecting to find fiery wreckage blazing through the grass and disappearing in a gathering plume of smoke at the water's edge. But what he found when he looked out the window was what he always found. The dark, empty backyard, the inky black roll of the water, the thin, ghostly silhouettes of pine trees. Marie clicked on her lamp. The window became a mirror, and Winston found himself staring into his own eyes. Do you see anything? Marie asked. Not now, I don't, he said. Sorry, she said. She turned off the light, but Winston had already let the blinds close. He reached for his pants where he had left them folded across the back of Marie's reading chair, and he stepped into them and tucked his t-shirt inside the waist. Where are you going? Marie asked. Out there, he said. To the airport. Why? To have a look around. To figure out what we just heard. There's no sense in you going out there this late, she said. Send somebody else. Nobody else this close, he said, which was true, meaning it was at least true enough to say. It was late October.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?